and welcome to the Healing Hour with Sal and Kirsty. We're just having a little bit of technical difficulties at the moment. So I am trying to, we've tried Zoom, we've tried, what's the other one called? StreamYard. We almost had StreamYard working. Now I'm waiting for her to come on because somehow there has to be a way that we can get it on. And yeah, I can't get hold of Sarah. So I'm like, oh dear God. This is just like the second time I did a live. The last one was last minute. So it's my first proper live. So I'm Kirsty, everybody. Hi. Please comment and please say hello. Um, I'm trying to figure out how I add somebody to this because it doesn't give me the options. Cross post to more pages. So I don't get. Hi Wendy, how are you today? Sally, if you're there, can you please comment and I'll see what I can do that way because I'm not getting the option to add you. So if that happens, I decided what we'd do if we had issues, which should be fixed by next Friday. We are on the last day of Mercury post shadow for those of you that know about Mercury retrograde. We will do half an hour each, and our first proper show will be next week. Or I'll let Sally go longer because she hasn't actually done a live for a while. So Sally, if you're watching, I can't get you on. I will end it soon because then you can take over. All right. Hi Laura Lou. It's nice to see you. I'm good, thank you. And how are you? I'm very well. Sally says I'm here. Okay, let's see what I can do. 3, delete, hide comment, give feedback, pin comments. Maybe if I click on you, if you navigate away from the screen, the live video will end. No, we don't want to end the live video. You know what? What a retrograde would love a reading. Thanks. Um, You know what I'm going to do, Sally, if you're there, because you just went on Cascading Crystals. Cascading Crystals is our business page, one of our business pages. We do sell crystals as well as, I have over 40 different gifts that I use in different readings and different forms of healing, hands-on healings, things like that. I have over 10 qualifications in different spiritual modalities. Basically, we won't go into that today, Sally, but what I will do is say, welcome everybody to the Healing Hour I call her Sally, with Sal and Kirsty. We will be with you every single Friday between 11 and 12 Queensland time and 12 and 1 Australian Eastern Daylight Time, which the 4th of April, which is Easter Sunday, that actually changes. So we'll all be back on 11 till 12 Eastern time. I can't tell you about the other times. Hi Maria. Okay, so I'm going to end it here. That's not going to work. Hang on a second. All right, let's just pull some cards. Okay, I'm not going to go over the topic. We are healers, and we are a healing hour. So basically, we're just going to let Sally go live. That's what I just realized, Sally. Okay. All right. So I'll do what I normally do, what Sally said she was going to do, but I'm drawn to these cards. These are the Psychic Tarot for the Heart deck. I love them. There are a few different decks in one. They're not really, they are one deck, but when you break it down, I look at chakras. They are actually, no, I won't because you can't come on at the moment anyway. We'll have to fix it. Um, share it out. Sally, share the page out, please. And tag us and stuff. So anyway, this deck is what I would do a collective reading. A collective reading is everybody who tunes in. And even when I am reading for somebody else, like I often find messages for myself in other people's readings. And I'm always like, whoa, especially my collective readings, I have just drawn my own cards for the week. Or, the previous week, or like it ends up being like the following week. And so what you take from it, thanks, Sally, please, yeah. What you take from anyone's reading, please take on board, because it could be appropriate for you as well. Whether that reading is directed at you or whether that reading is not directed for you, it could actually be just something you happen to be on and need to hear. So if that is the case, take what you need from whatever you hear from pretty much anybody, especially on the spiritual events directory. Okay, so Jody. Hi, Jody. Oh, yes, today is my first proper show. It's a joint show today. I do have my own show starting in April as well, but every Friday it will be a joint show. Hi, Kylie. Hi, Maria. Okay, do you want to put our page up, Sally, the Cascading Crystals page, so people can come and like it? All right, now this is a collective reading for everybody. Okay. Now, people are different. People, when you read the best thing with anything to do is always follow your own intuition, okay? What resonates with you is first. I have been reading tarot cards. These are not tarot cards all surrounding me. I do have tarot cards, but the ones around me are all different forms of different cards, not so much tarot cards. So I have been reading tarot cards since 1995, and I've been doing other forms of reading since before that. So for me personally, when a card jumps out, I've had 7 cards jump out and more jump out of a deck as I'm shuffling. I know to pay attention to that card. So as I did this collective reading and I was shuffling the cards, a card came out and it was about control. Now, in the position I just laid it out, now this is for the next week, a collective reading for the next week. This is our, not our past, but our immediate past, like our what is happening now. And once again, I pulled my own cards. Like I joke with everybody, oh my God, there we go again. I have pulled my own cards. So basically the spread that I just did, I like to do 3 card spreads, is basically control. That is telling me, I'm feeling very, very strongly that it's always okay to have control, to need control, but you need flexibility with that control as well. So you do need to be a little bit flexible, okay? So pretty much everyone needs to watch their control. Everybody needs to watch their over controllingness. And me personally, although it is one of my lessons this lifetime, I need to learn to surrender a lot of control because I have to have control of a lot of things. It is not necessarily a bad thing to be in control, to need to have control, to need to have structure, to need to have a routine, to need to be organized and all of those sort of things. But just watch that it does not go too far, okay? The second card that I pulled for our collective reading for the next week until next Friday, and then Sally will be able to do it, is seek the truth. Everybody seek the truth. Now, the way you can seek the truth is always follow your heart. Always follow what resonates with you. Your heart is actually, in fact, your soul chamber. So your answers, although your head and your heart should be aligned, and when your chakras, which I do work with chakras too, when your chakras are in perfect alignment, there's a lot of free flow of energy between your, like your brain, your third eye, your crown, like everything like that, and your heart chakra, okay? So, but your heart chakra is actually, in fact, your soul. So that's your soul chamber. So That's where you will find the answers to most things if you really, really, really pay attention and listen. Okay, so it's time to seek the seek the truth in different matters. And I feel very strongly like everybody's going to have at least one matter coming up over the next week that we have to seek the control with. Okay. Now, the third card I pulled for our collective weekly reading is dedicated effort. Basically, you are going to have to put in a dedicated effort. Now, these cards actually go hand in hand. We have control, which I personally don't believe, as long as it's not an issue, there is nothing wrong with needing to have control, especially when you get any stage of your life, really. Um, then we have seek the truth. Everybody, you will need to seek the truth. And then our third card is put in a dedicated effort. I would love everybody to put in a dedicated effort this week, no matter what aspect of your life that is, whether it be relationships, whether it be with your children, whether it be in your house, whether it be organize that cupboard or those drawers, like I've got a few drawers I keep putting off, whether it be organize those that you keep putting off, whether it be your career, study related, basically asking those really hard questions, starting the new venture, going on the holiday, all of the rest of it. It's time to put in a dedicated effort. And I guess, like all spiritual teachers, mentors, coaches, and counselors will say, is also the dedicated effort to love yourself, to have self-care, to take a little bit of time out. I send a lot of my clients to 10 to 15 minutes in the corner to meditate. I can't go past guided meditations for meditating. But yeah, so self-care, I like to send people to a 10-minute, I'm getting really strongly here to say 10 minutes. I go 10 to 15 when you can, but 10 minutes. You can fit in a 10-minute meditation, okay? And on your own, even if it's when you're falling asleep. I love Jason Stevens' meditations when I'm falling asleep. I lost my father a few years ago. And what put me to sleep initially for the first few weeks, especially, was every single night I had put on a Jason Stevens meditation. And normally when I grieve, one of my outwardly signs of grief is actually, in fact, insomnia. But through this death, although the grief was through the roof, like, height of every other physical symptom and emotional symptom of grief, the meditation by Jason Stevens was putting me to sleep within 10 minutes every single night in that initial phase from when he passed over the next few weeks, possibly even the next couple of months. I know even in the May, it was the March, I know even in the May I was using essential oils. So I don't know how long that was, but I know right at the start, 10 minutes, and Jason Stevens meditations were putting me to sleep. Okay, so I'll read the comments now. Thanks, Sally. We couldn't get Sally on. We're having technical difficulties. We've been trying for about 3 days to sort out different ways for our joint shows to work. I really do apologise. So we'll be back next Friday. Don't worry, you'll see us every Friday. And then you will start to see me in April as well. You'll see me and Sally Friday during the day, and you will see me Friday nights as well, okay, in April. So I just want to go back through and see where I like to say hello to everybody, make sure everybody feels loved, feel the love, everybody. How is Sally seeing all these people I can't even see? Hey, Kat. Hey, Olive. Hey, Jason, you're back. We did 11:11. 11:11, did you make a wish? I say there is nothing wrong with making a wish at 11:11, but it is commonly, there are multiple spiritual reasons for 11:11, okay? 11:11 is actually a doorway. Like you look at 2:11s, it's a doorway, new beginnings, all of that sort of stuff. But at 11:11, I've been told of a few different gifted psychics and mentors of mine, is basically it's a way of stopping and giving thanks you are on the right track. So every time I see 11:11, I stop, I say thank you, I give thanks, I look at what I am doing, which is mindfulness. I realize that, okay, clearly I'm on the right track. Out out loud to I say thank you. I'm just like, whatever. And then I throw in a wish because it never hurts to throw in a wish, I don't believe. So we had an 11-11 and somebody's seen it. I'm going to like that. Go, Jason. Find your heart, Jody. Find your heart. Find your way. Yep. Yeah, I like his meditations too. Yeah. He's Yeah, Sally will go live. Sally put the page. It's www.facebook.com/cascading crystals, one word. If you do that, because we've had technology issues, Sally will go live on Cascading Crystals. We are very similar. We have a lot of the same gifts, but we are also very different at the same time. So when we work together, we do readings together as well at times, and we do our own readings, but we bounce off each other really well. And even when we're just having a normal conversation, if something comes up, spiritual or any aspect of life, but spiritually and things like that, we will question the other person and get the other person to explain, how did you come to that conclusion? Why did you come to that conclusion? Where is your proof of that? And things like that. We are actually, I shouldn't say this, I don't like to give out too much information. Sorry, everybody, there goes my throat chakra, so maybe I should not say it. Me and Sally have been in business for a couple of years together now, and we are looking at doing our first live show in winter, in July. There's a very likely chance that there will be a live show in the Hervey Bay area in July. I guess it'd be pretty perfect for our first show. I've lived here for over 2 decades. It's where me and Sally met initially in Hervey Bay. We both know a lot of people. I know a lot of people in the spiritual industry in Hervey Bay. It is a pretty spiritual town. It is becoming more spiritual. Um, yeah, so it will be a lot better when me and Sally figure out this IT glitch of ours that we can't get around to get us both on. And I watch some of them. I watch the shows and I can see how perfectly split the Zoom screens are. And I'm like, why can't I do that? Why can't we do that? But we'll figure it out eventually. Okay, so Jason, there is no one size fits all. No, there is not. There is absolutely not. And that is what I'm watching. Hi, Michelle. First time here. Hi there. First timer here. I would say first timer, me too. It is my first actual show, but I did do a fill-in the other day, so it's actually technically my second. But I'm sort of like a first timer too because it's my first time slot. So thanks for joining us, Michelle. You'll find a really beautiful group of people, whether they be the show hosts, whether they be the people who join and talk. The people who contribute in whichever way they do, they're just absolutely beautiful people. Okay, Jason's talking to Sally. We're good. All right, Michelle, I might start with you. This is the soul's journey. Is it an oracle? No, the soul's journey lesson cards I'll be using this time. Michelle, I am going to. When do your girlfriend's in Urangan, Harvey Bay? Then you can come to our show because the show's likely going to be at Urangan. So yeah, at the hotel on Elizabeth Street in Urangan, if that helps at all. Without giving out the names, I'm working with the event coordinators there at the moment because I do plan events too. Okay, so Michelle, yeah, I'm going to throw in a few readings. Today got a bit messed up because of our IT. Well, we had a bit of IT issues. So, Michelle, I will pull you a card. I'll pull you a card. Michelle, you got the denial card. Okay. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. I feel very strongly, Michelle. There is something, I don't actually necessarily feel like it's something life-shattering denial, but there is something small that, or at this point in time, it's not overly that big. It is small that you are in denial about, okay? So you have to acknowledge your fear. I don't like to go too personal in lives, so we do offer readings and counseling and things like that. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So I have to say it. I'm really sorry. I feel like there is somebody around you on drugs, and I feel like you sort of know this, but you are in denial about it. And that's why it was at the moment it's not that bad. So I feel like I need to warn you that at the moment, it could be alcohol, it could be, I haven't had a cigarette for 3 or 4 days, it could be nicotine. There is something around you that I believe it's not out of hand, it's not out of control yet. Stop being in denial. Acknowledge your fear because whatever it is, some of them are just so scary if they're out of control, and replace it with the of insight and awareness. So I'm yourself acknowledge. I feel like a male energy. And I also feel like, do you have a son? Because if you have a son or like in denial because your store's closing, okay, that's really bad. What sort of store was it? We're really sorry. Everybody send love and light to Michelle. A lot of stores have gone through that. Yeah, so just have to move to the sunny coast. You don't want to. I wouldn't want to move there either. I love the Sunshine Coast. It's a beautiful place, but I am in no hurry to ever go back there, nor would I ever move there. For Huskies, H&M. Okay. All right. I hope that helped. Just watch out for this male. I feel like it's a male energy, and I feel like it's a teenage male who's about to start to play around with some sort of drugs or alcohol or something that you're going to know, but you're going to be in a little bit of denial about. And rather than be scared, just arm yourself with knowledge and facts because it's not going to be that bad. Okay? It may not necessarily be a son, it could be like a nephew, somebody you've taken on like a child, like your soul child. Your soul children are not always just your own children. Like I have a few soul children that are not just my biological children. But that's a different story. Thanks, Kat. I'm hoping for lots of luck and fun on here too. Lots of fun. This is fun for me. Okay, Kim, this reading is for you. Um, I'm actually going to go, I'm switching my decks around here. I'm going to go with the Work Your Light Oracle cards. I call these the pretty cards. You can't really see them at the moment. These are the pretty cards. So, Kim, this card is for you. Oh my God, Sally, I have pulled this card again. Mintalkin. Now I can tell you all about Mintalkin. I went through a period in December and I pulled this card in a space of 24 or 48 hours about 5 times. And initially I could not even say what it was. And it came up in one of our lives on Cascading Crystals. I pulled this card again. So I had another psychic actually look up the meaning of it and paste what it meant into our comments for me. So you got the Mintalkin cards. um, this is for you, Kim. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. What a Mintarkan is, but is a group of original light workers. So basically, like really old souls, people who have been here many times before, and light workers that there is a group of light workers called the Mintarkans. I can't remember the whole lot of it. It was just so interesting. but you are longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So when I draw this card, not only do I know and believe I'm dealing with a light worker and an original light worker, which therefore tells me we're dealing with a fairly old soul, but basically you're longing for home because they also say they're not from Earth, but we won't go into that. Belonging, you have a sense of you want to belong because you are a Mentakan light worker and you are one of the original light workers. So basically, I am here to tell you to follow your heart. I tell everybody to follow their hearts. One of my biggest advice and has been since I was about 19 or 20 years old. Always follow your heart. Your heart is your soul chamber, and it can get you in trouble, of course, as a lot of us know. But um, follow your heart with it. That's a really good card to get. One is like my son, my cousin's boy. Yeah, I have similar. That's why I was like, it may not necessarily be your son. I'm going to read what Sally said because Sally should be on here with me, but we IT technology, the IT challenge sometimes. So Sally has said, new process happening for you. Please just go with the flow when we are coming into a new phase. It can be quite scary and unnerving. Lessons are upon you and a new chapter in your life. Okay, Sally, can you please put our page again because then everybody can come and watch you do your lives. Sally hasn't didn't do a live for a while until right before this. Um, and she really enjoyed it. And so, hi, Missy Jane. Who's messaging me? Hi, Missy Jane. You feel like you are an ancient soul? It would not surprise me what I know about the Mintakan light workers now. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull Jason because he's joined both of my lives now. Thank you so much. And sent me that quote about butterflies. I'm going to go to the pretty deck and I'm going to pull Jason a card. And then after I pull Jason a card, if there's anybody who has a yes or no question for me for the pendulum, I might finish it up with a bit of pendulum work. So this card's for Jason. I know, Sally. I'll put it down for a second. I can't handle talking when I cards in my hand. I want to mess the energy. She says, Sally says, I know. I just want to hop on and do some readings. I know it makes it go so much easy, like so much not easier because it's what we do anyway, but when we've got each other to bounce off, the time just flies. And we've done 2.5 hour read, and we're like, we did not realize the time just went there. But yeah, I'm a little bit like, whoa, this is pretty much my first live. I'm meant to be on the healing hour with Sally and Kirsty, or the healing hour with Sal and Kirsty, and I'm like, here I am by myself. So this card's for you, Jason. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Okay, Sisterhood of the Rose. And you always look, okay, so those of you that don't know, me and Sally's got more than me. We have so many decks of different cards, okay? You don't always, if you have a card that has got pictures in it, you always look at the pictures as well because a picture tells a million words. Just like a song tells a million words. A song says a million, or however it goes. So a picture also can tell you a lot about the card you've just been drawn. Okay, so Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. Now, the first time when I read that card, what I had to say to you, Jason, was watching you the last two lives, is that basically I believe you have a lot of beauty and devotion in your soul and your heart. I believe you are a mystic, but I also believe there is a teacher in there in you. Whether that be a spiritual teacher, I'm not really sure. I haven't overly, you only have 15 decks. There we go. See, I'm onto something here, everybody. I believe you are a teacher, okay? I believe you are here to teach something, and I also believe it is something mystical. You know, 15 decks, yeah, like I truly do. So I do. Okay. If you read Sally's, I seen something about twin souls. This is totally my area. One of. Okay. Shakti, I hope I'm so sorry if I say your name wrong. Shakati. Okay. Do you feel this man I was told that is coming on my path is my twin soul? Thank you. When I first started to read it, I'd finished reading it before I had said it out loud. I could not see it. So what I'm going to do is take one of my pendulums off its cluster generator, and ask it. So what is the question? Do you feel this man I was told that is coming on my path is my twin soul? Yes. Do we feel the man that is coming into the path is the twin soul? Is it her twin soul? Twin soul. That just told me the answer was yes, and I did not only, I couldn't hold it up high enough because I like to balance my arm. I did not only just get a yes out of that question, so my pendulum told me that the answer was in fact yes, it is your twin soul. It was a really, really strong yes. It's, went around and around and around really, really, really big. So there is a very, very good chance that yes, the person is your twin soul. Thanks, Jason. We will see you next Friday at 11 or 12 o'clock, depending what state you are in. Okay, everybody. Is there anybody else who would like to draw them a card, or have a yes or a no question for my pendulum? I think I might leave it there for today because we did have topics we wanted to talk about that I will hold off until next week. 11:34. All right, so you good with that, Sally? If I end it now, and you can all go over to Cascading Crystals, and Sally will do her readings. We will be back next Friday at 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock Queensland time for the healing hour with Sal and Kirsty. We will spend at least half of that time covering different topics and things like that I did not go into our topics today. I'm holding off until we are both on there because that's where we can bounce and give you different ideas and things like that. You are so welcome. I really hope for you that it is, and I hope it's an easy, smooth ride. They are not all easy, smooth journeys, but I hope yours is. Okay. All right, everybody. So on that note, I'm going to go. But if you go over to Cascading Crystals, Sally will take over the readings for a while, and we will. Oh, she's hopping on at 12:30. So Sally will be on at 12:30. Or 1:30 Sydney time. So 12:30, so in an hour, 55 minutes, Sally will be on Cascading Crystals doing live videos, and we will go over our what we were going to talk about in the first part of our show for the healing hour next week when we've sorted out our IT issues. Thank you everybody so much for tuning in. Please like the page. Please come over and like Cascading Crystals. Please share the pages out. And yeah, I hope you all have a great week. So until next Friday, in much love, everybody, be nice, be kind, watch your words, and as always, with much love and in love and light. Thank you.